Okay, we've just learned about real estate today. Now it's time to step up a level on the pyramid to prepare. I like to look at prepare in two fronts, right? We're preparing to take the lead phone call that comes in, and we're preparing to go meet clients at showings. And I think you have to prepare for those things in their own respects. One of my favorite quotes, maybe you've heard this, bonus points if you know who said it. The will to win is not nearly as important as the will to prepare to win. Solid quote.
Yeah.
You played college football.
Yeah.
Did your coach ever rattle that one off?
Probably.
So that was said by Vince Lombardi and also quoted by Nick Saban, Jim Harbaugh, some of the legends of the game in getting their teams prepared to take the field. So I love the quote, though. You know, it's the will to win is not, everybody wants to win, but not everybody wants to do the work it takes to win.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about the phone front, how do you prepare to take a phone call with a lead?
I mean, it just goes back to probably the first step of the pyramid is just knowing what to talk about, knowing how to relate to people, knowing how to either handle objections or just solve their situation.
Yeah.
Like if you're hopping on a phone call and somebody wants to buy before they sell and you don't know that a bridge loan exists, like huge missed opportunity there.
Yep. Because we're such a big Zillow partner, they tee us up for success with a specific script to handle phone leads,
Yep.
right? ALM, or as I like to do it, AML. I think it flows better as AML, but it should be a 2 to 3 minute phone call. If you have your AML or ALM process dialed, it flows every single time,
Yep.
right? Hey, great. You want to see it at 2 o'clock? Perfect. Hey, while I've got you on the phone, what was it about the house that drew your interest? You've gotten to motivation, and this is the opportunity for them to just talk and spill their guts. Don't get distracted with trying to write it down. That's why the calls are recorded.
For the people, ALM stands for
Appointment, location, motivation.
perfect.
Good catch.
Yep.
So appointment is nailing down the time they want to see it, which they typically come in with, right? Motivation is what they like about the house. And that's where we start finding out some of those little nuggets of info that we're going to use throughout the entire process. And then location, you can cover this two ways. One is, are there any other homes that you had your eye on
Yep.
that we can check out together? That helps differentiate you from just that house. Says you get calls of people thinking you're the listing agent,
Yep.
right?
Exactly.
So let's get ahead of that one. And then the other is, all right, I noticed this house is in Littleton. Now, is Littleton kind of the target area, or are you also looking in other places? Knowing that is important, because then we may tee up a second showing at one of those adjacent neighborhoods that they're also considering.
Yeah.
By doing that, you're thinking outside the box. You're showing them things they didn't even ask to see, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the most important part here too is that you should be confirming the appointment and then asking two questions: motivation and location. And then you probably shouldn't talk the rest of the phone call.
Yeah.
Because people, like you said, they'll just give you gold. And luckily we have our phone calls recorded, so
Yep.
no need to write stuff down. Just let them spill their guts. They'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and don't get stuck trying to look up the house. Like, just do the math half. I'm going to start using that a lot. Make a friend, help a friend.
Yep.
Right? That, if you accomplish nothing else aside from ALM, make a friend and then learn about that friend so that you can best help them.
Yep.
That's the whole gist of the first phone call.
Easy.
So now the second part of preparation is for showings. And this one does entail some more homework because we need to incorporate some of that real estate today info along with specific preparation for this showing. What do you think? What does that look like? How do you prepare for a showing?
Yeah. Just knowing about the house, knowing about the neighborhood, having a quick CMA, maybe having the MLS printout sheet.
Absolutely.
A couple different things that you can do, but just knowing what you're walking into. You never want to walk into a house and someone asks you, how long has this one been on the market? And then you gotta pull out your phone or your paper or whatever and be like, oh yeah, it's been 49 days.
Yeah.
Like, you should know that stuff right away. So
Yep. Highly recommend printing that quick CMA out of the MLS. And go a step further, circle the average price per square foot of finished space, circle the days on market of the pendings, the close, and the actives. That gives you a lot of dialogue to talk about. I think when you show up, again, having your process dialed for meeting the client at the first home, get there early, walk through the house, flip on the lights, do a lap, look for anything that looks off that you can now have the time to research, whether you take a picture, throw it into ChatGPT and say, what is this?
yeah.
It will tell you, and it gives you the opportunity to just elevate yourself and show up knowing your stuff. So get there early. When you meet the client outside the house, again, make the friend. Reference a couple things you talked about on the phone, perhaps personal things about their family, dog, job, whatever it is that they shared with you. Use that as the foundation of the conversation start. And then I like to say, hey guys, as we go into this home, I want to just first remind you that I don't work for Zillow
Yeah.
or the seller.
Yeah.
I work for you. And I want you guys just to go and enjoy looking at this house. I want you to see how it fits your needs, what you love about it, also what you hate about it. What I'm going to be doing is looking for two different buckets of info. I'm going to be looking for money pit issues, things
Yep.
that might cost you money, and I'm going to point those out. I also want to talk to you a little bit about the investment side of this house and how I think it's priced. We'll get to that towards the end.
Yep.
Now you've just dropped that seed and you've teed it up so that when you go through the home, you're going to finish, meet them in the kitchen, and now you can pull out that folder, pull out the quick CMA, talk about, hey, this house is priced really well, or they're overshooting it a bit. But it shows you as the knowledgeable advisor that you are, and tees up the next meeting, the consult, hopefully.
Yeah.
So having your process dialed.
Yeah. You never want to meet somebody at the front door with a stack of papers like,
No.
oh, nice to meet you. This one's $374 a square foot.
Yeah, no, you don't want to lead with that. That's like closer. You just plant the seed and then focus on building the relationship.
Yeah.
You may follow them through the house. If they're engaging you, you probably do. And if not, you're at least now paving the way to meet them in the kitchen and be able to do your process that is part of your preparation. So to wrap up, prepare for the showing, right? We talked about the phone, knowing your scripting, being aware of the market and how you're going to counter any objections through a method like Feel, Felt, Found. When you know you've prepared enough, you should kind of start feeling excited to meet that client,
Yeah.
right? And you should be not nervous. I mean, some normal nerves are healthy, but you shouldn't be nervous about what you're going to say or your confidence about the house or neighborhood. So when you know and you start getting kind of excited to go meet this random stranger now, that tells you you've prepared enough.
Yep.
If you haven't, backtrack, spend a little more time there until you feel that confidence, and then go meet your client.